1961 was over a half-century ago. I wrote in a 10th grade autobiography, quote, "Mr. Miliauskas became our new band director. I have appreciated and resented him for it." As the only one of 120 band members taking private study, I received his tutoring at home for $1.25 per lesson. I still play on the Vincent Bach 5C mouthpiece and the Super Olds trumpet that he personally selected from DeLuca's music store. My case still contains his hand-penciled Lake Lehman alma mater, fanfares he improvised on the gig for our May Queen, and special arrangements that he had commissioned in New York City. You may find this totally impossible, but Lake Lehman was then a non-award winning band. Our brand new jointure didn't even have a home. We alternated band practices between Laketon, now a grade school, and Lehman, now a church. Standing at attention for half-hour intervals in infested mosquito patches, we gained acclaim as the bandsmen who never moved their eyeballs even when they marched. Parents circled their cars around the field with lit headlights so we could squeeze out an extra hour of rehearsal in the pitch dark. We had no unifying band uniforms, just cast-off red and blue Lehman suits and non-matching twirler outfits left over from Lake Nazi. A few specks of black and gold appeared as new musicians came aboard. Topping off this visual motley mess, 9 football players grabbed instruments and marched at halftime in their grubby, mud-stained gridiron gear. Nonetheless, Mr. Miliauskas' reputation as a disciplinarian spread like wildfire, and the new Lake Lehman band was immediately deemed too superior for competition in the Wyoming Valley. We won our first trophy at the Pageant of Bands in Sherburne, New York. Like David's against Goliath, we outmarched the national champion Vestal High School band. That evening, a sheriff-escorted 100-car caravan met us outside Uncanny. Firemen boosted the drum major and trophy atop their shiny red truck. Then off we sped with sirens blaring, horns honking, and fans screaming on a raucous post-midnight run across 2 counties and 5 townships. The next major trophy was presented for our performance at Walt Michaels Day during the Philadelphia Eagles-Cleveland Browns professional football game on September 17, 1961. Wyoming Valley fans received a fantastic deal: round-trip bus transportation to Philly and admission ticket for $9 per person. Our halftime show before 60,000 spectators was the first national broadcast of a high school band, televised to upwards of 60 million viewers. I recently saw Back Mountain trumpet phenom Bobby Baird. I reminded him that right after the 1972 Agnes flood, I first got my improvising feet wet by trying to fill his oversized shoes as frontman for the Bobby Baird Dixieland Jazz Band. "I remember it well," he replied. "You played for Iron Man Miliauskas." My drill instructor in Army boot camp was a Green Beret with 3 tours in Vietnam. At our graduation, I told him as far as training in toughness, self-confidence, and precision marching, he couldn't hold a candle to my high school band. I rummaged through our attic for old newspaper clippings and archives from the early days of Lake Lehman Band. This 50-page commemorative booklet has all that information conveniently assembled in one place. I'd like to present a copy to each member of the Miliauskas family for posterity. Secondly, as a professional glover, I will always be remembered in cyberspace as the maker of Michael Jackson's Last Glove for his ill-fated This Is It tour. In 1964, John Miliauskas gave me the coveted John Philip Sousa Award. I would now like to return that favor by giving him a replica of John Philip Sousa's white kidskin gloves. Not knowing John's exact size, I made these a tad smaller than the pair made last week for Shaquille O'Neal for his upcoming movie, Grown Ups 2. John Miliauskas, may God bless you as our unparalleled musical mentor, and Godspeed to all past, present, and future members of the international award-winning Lake Lehman High School Band.